District play is opening up tonight, and we're back here at the Cougar Den for the first time here in 2019 as the Grayson County Lady Cougars and the Edmonson County Lady Cats are meeting up here for the first time here in this young season for the district opener here tonight. Hello again, everybody. Sam Gormley here with you as it is a perfect day here for volleyball inside the Cougar Den. A good crowd filing in here as it is the maiden voyage of Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105 Digital Productions. So we've got multiple different ways for you to be listening and following along with tonight's broadcast. You might be watching here on K105. We have the broadcast on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose's Facebook page. It is on K105.com here in just one moment. And then you can also go to our Twitter page at K105 Sports to follow along from that way as well. As we're coming up here, we got a little under 20 minutes away from the start of tonight's contest, so we'll have all of the coverage here for you. But first, we'll take a 2-minute break and come back here and let you know a little bit more about each team, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Sam Gormley back here with you from the Cougar Den as the Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on Edmonson County here tonight, as it is the opening game here of 12th district play. Both teams enter the game with a record of 1-1. Again, it is the district opener for both of them. For the Lady Cougars of Grayson County, they defeated Owensboro 3-1 on Monday night, as the first set they were down 9-0 before storming back to win that set 25-21. The second set in that game was just about as crazy as a set you can have. 31-29 was the final of that set, so it was really interesting to see the final of that. And then the August the 20th, which was on Tuesday, they lost 3-0 to Ohio County. Edmonson County, this will be their first game that they are playing here in a full best-of-5, as they played 2 best-of-3, as they hosted Allen County Scottsville on Monday, losing that one 2-0 before defeating Glasgow on the road on Tuesday by a score of 2-0. So both teams here coming in at 1-1, and both teams are also with new head coaches this season. As for the Lady Cougars, Kelly Hall returns to the bench, and for Edmonson County, it is Bridget Simon who is the head coach here for the Lady Cats program. We will let you know a little bit more about the Lady Cats here coming up. And in a little bit, we will also talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Kelly Hall. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
We are the Bach family from Bath County, Kentucky.
We have beef cattle, grain, and some fruits and vegetables. Our beef herd is about 240 mama cows.
We try to do the best job that we can so that the consumer is satisfied.
I feel I'm really blessed to be able to work with my family.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming. It's a good life.
I'm very proud of my family.
Kentucky Farm Families, feeding Kentucky, feeding the world.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. We are just under 12 minutes away from starting between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Cats. As we'll want to take this time to remind you to follow us on Twitter all year long at K105 Sports, as we will have updates from not only just tonight's game, but games all year long. There are even games that we're not necessarily broadcasting. Again, Edmonson County with a record of 1-1. Some players you need to know. Leading the team with 9 kills is Hallie Estes. She is a senior, number 16. 6 kills is Alyssa Doyle. Doyle also has 7 blocks. 8 digs for Abby Slaughter. She also has 1 service ace. And 5 kills, 3 blocks, and 1 ace for freshman Kaylee Lindsay. So you're seeing a young Edmonson County team, but they don't have any sophomores. So they've got some seniors, some juniors, and a lot of freshmen, but no one in that sophomore class. As we will, again, the head coach of Edmonson County is Bridget Simon. Her assistant is Brianna Russell with a record of 1-1, playing their first game here in 12th District play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Kelly Hall. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Hi, Sam Gormley back here with you as we're doing our pregame show here for Lady Cougar Volleyball as they're getting ready to open up district play against the Edmonson County Lady Cats. I'm joined now by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Kelly Hall. And Coach, you come back here to become the coach. You were coach from 2001 to 2009, is that correct?
It was around that time.
What made you want to come back?
I never dreamed I'd come back, if you want to know the truth. And when Coach Meredith left, right about the middle of the summer, bugs had been put in my ear about coming back, and I was like, I want you to see if you can find somebody young, to take care of it. But a couple of the kids kept, on to me, and then when push came to shove, they didn't have anybody, and I'm like, these kids deserve better than just somebody who's going to walk in off the street.
So looking at your team this year, I know that it starts with Ella Robinson, one of your top outside hitters, and I know that we talked with our sports writer, Don Brown, and he said out of the time that he's covered Lady Cougar Volleyball, there might only be one that's better than her. What makes her so special?
Well, she's just tough, but she has put in a lot of work to improve her outside hitting. We've got her playing all the way around. She's just got a lot of grit about her, and she wants to be better, and she wants to lead this team.
So for those, we might have some people who are watching here tonight that this might be the first time ever seeing Lady Cougar Volleyball. Who are some other names that you really think that they should know?
Well, we have Alexis Hart, who's our setter, and so you're going to see her all the way around. You're going to see Kinsey Skaggs. She plays outside, but she's a strong server for us. Chloe Cox. And all these girls have all played some club ball. You throw in Lexi Brown as well. And so that means that they've played pretty much year-round to get the experience, and you can see the difference in the level of play when they've done that.
So you've got Edmonson County here tonight, and this is opening up district play. How important is it to start off 1-0 in district play?
Oh, I think that just it builds confidence, but we've been talking to these girls, there's a difference between confidence and cocky. We want them to come in and humble, and we want them to be hungry about being able to beat somebody. And I just think that it sets a statement for what we're about now, being able to come back and then say, hey, we're going to take this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to start off strong.
You've had 2 games this week going 1-1 in those, a win over Owensboro and a loss to Ohio County. What did you see from your team? Did you learn anything?
Well, I've learned a lot. With the Owensboro game, we got down 1-9 to start off the first game, and as a coach, that's just horrible. About as bad as being down 20, But then we held on to that, came back, and won that game. I learned that they're not going to give in. They didn't give up and stuff like that. But that was a tough night going 4 games, and the gym was hot. It's probably 90 degrees in there, and then to come back and have to play in Ohio County, who is very tough, very seasoned, even though they're young, because their team has been playing together probably a couple years in club, and they're very athletic, and so they kind of handed it to us, and I think that's where our conditioning, my thing is, as I've told the girls, I said, we've got 3 years that I've got to make up in about 3 weeks, and so, conditioning-wise, fundamental-wise, that's what I've been trying to work on to get that back, and so Ohio kind of handed it to us because we weren't really in shape to do it.
All right, well, good luck tonight, and we'll have more here on our pregame show after this.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind, and when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
We are the Bach family from Bath County, Kentucky.
We have beef cattle, grain, and some fruits and vegetables. Our beef herd is about 240 mama cows.
We try to do the best job that we can so that the consumer is satisfied.
I feel I'm really blessed to be able to work with my family.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming. It's a good life.
I'm very proud of my family.
Kentucky farm families, feeding Kentucky, feeding the world.
Sam Gormley back here with you from the Cougar Den as we're getting closer and closer to the start time. Here is the Lady Cougars and the Lady Cats here. First 12th District match here of the young 2019 season. Both teams, it is their third game of the season. Let's meet some of the Lady Cougars. It all starts with outside hitter Ella Robinson. Has 29 kills, 3 blocks, 1 dig, and 7 aces for the junior Robinson. Other players you need to know, Chloe Cox, she's 11 kills and 3 aces. Kenzie Skaggs has 10 kills, 1 assist, and 11 aces. And Lexi Brown has 26 assists. Alexis Hart has 33 assists. You're getting a lot of team. They like to play with a lot of teamwork here and trying to get some of these points here and help out this Lady Cougar volleyball team here. As last year, the Lady Cougars got to that region tournament for the first time in a few years, so it was good to get them back here, but I don't know that I necessarily want to speak for them, but I think they got their eyes set on higher mountains this time, and most notably is that they lost in the district championship game a year ago to Whitesville Trinity, so I think that they would like to retake that district championship crown this year, and for Edmonson County, they'd probably like to get back to the regional tournament, as in fact it was this Lady Cougar team that knocked out the Lady Cats their final game of the year 3-0. It was a 3-0 sweep, and in that the Lady Cougars went on runs at the end of each set to take out and end up winning the match. The play-by-play here of tonight's game is coming up, as this is Lady Cougar volleyball right here on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
We are the Bach family from Bath County, Kentucky.
We have beef cattle, grain, and some fruits and vegetables. Our beef herd is about 240 mama cows.
We try to do the best job that we can so that the consumer is satisfied.
I feel I'm really blessed to be able to work with my family.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming. It's a good life.
I'm very proud of my family.
Kentucky farm families, feeding Kentucky, feeding the world.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. That is just a nice rendition of our national anthem by 3 Lady Cougar players. As it was Ella Robinson, Chloe Cox, and Bailey Richardson who had a nice rendition of the anthem here tonight. You don't necessarily see players singing the national anthem every time, but they did here tonight. As we thank you again for tuning in here to tonight's broadcast. As you can see, the starting lineups are being introduced right now, as they just introduced Edmonson County, and now they're going through the Lady Cougars here. As I see Ella Robinson coming by, you see number 25, Maddie Duval. And that was number 21, Kenzie Skaggs. 35 is Alexis Hart. 44, Riley Hayes. And last but not least is the libero, Bailey Richardson. The whistle is blown. And that means it's time to get underway here for Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105. It's the maiden voyage. Here is the first time that we've ever broadcast volleyball for K105. Last week we had our first soccer game. And obviously this all leads up to tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. from Hancock County High School, as the Cougar football team taking on the Hornets to open up the 2019 season. We'll have all the coverage right here on whatever channel you're watching on right now. It will be right here at 6:30 tomorrow evening as well. Edmonson County in their red uniforms with a navy blue numeral. Lady Cougars are in white jerseys with also a navy blue numeral with an orange trim on it. As the libero jersey for the Lady Cougars is orange, and for the Lady Cats it is that navy blue. So you see even the Grayson County Cougar is here tonight. I'm not sure that he made many trips, maybe a handful of games last year for basketball. He might have been in some football games, but they locked me up in the press box for those, so I don't necessarily get out and get to see those. So it's good to see him out and about, and looks like the officials are roaring and ready to go. And Edmonson County will have our first set here and get this game ready to get underway. As Lady Cats against the Lady Cougars opening up here in 12th District play. And the serve is up, and we are underway. Robinson is there to set it, and it's going to be sent right back over, just saving it from going inbounds to the Lady Cats. Sending it back over, a dig by Duval, but it goes out of bounds. And the first point of tonight's match goes to the Lady Cats of Edmonson County. Sam Gormley here with you for the call. Our digital crew here tonight is Chase Blaine, Anna Davis, and Cody Brock. I want to thank them for their help at the start of the game. Sending it over here for the Lady Cougars. As the set here, as there's a number 2 out there who I do not have on my roster. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. That was Cowles who sent that over for Edmonson County. Cowles sends this one over. It's a tip out. Robinson there to get it right back. The set up, Robinson sends it over. But right there to get that one from coming back out. Here comes the hit over and out of bounds. Tie game here at 1-1. The serve back over was long by Woodcock. A nice job by the Lady Cougars to communicate that one was out of bounds. So 1-1 again is our score here early on. Serve coming. And it's going to be an ace. Nice job for the Lady Cougars, as that ace was by number 21, Kenzie Skaggs, her 12th here on this young season. Skaggs sends this over, and they're saying it's out. It hugged that line down there. And we're going to have our first substitution of the game. Coming out is Kenzie Skaggs, and coming in is number 14, Gracie Van Meter. So that one just barely goes out. So it'll tie our game up here at 2-2. Of course, this is a battle between two first-year head coaches. Well, I guess for the Lady Cougars, it's not necessarily a first-year head coach. They'll send it in, and there's a spike and a kill by Chloe Cox for the Lady Cougars. It's her 12th kill of this young season, and the Lady Cougars take a 3-2 lead. As Kelly Hall returns to the bench, she was the head coach here from about 2001 to 2009 when she resigned to spend more time with her young boys. So you had Corbin Harris, who just graduated from Campbellsville, and Cameron Harris, who is just graduated from Grayson County. So he is now off into the college world, and sending that one over is Edmonson County. I believe that was Woodcock who gets the points there, and we're all tied up again here at 3-3. Back and forth is how we start this 12th district matchup. Robinson there to set it up. They go right back to her, and she'll lightly throw one over. But that's right there to get through, and right back, the Lady Cougars take the lead. 4-3, so Lady Cougars have had the leads here. They just haven't been able to get more than their one. So it's Ella Robinson here to serve this. On the year, Robinson has 7 aces, and make that 8. As it goes right in front of the Lady Cats. Kind of into a no man's land of sorts. You can tell they're trying to get some better communication out there. This time it is taken. Sending it over, and we have a illegal hit there, and it will go towards a point to the Lady Cougars. Robinson to serve. The dig by the libero. And sending it over. The block was attempted by the Lady Cougars, and they're not going to get it, as Cox had just got a hand on it. And I think at first she thought she had gotten it over the net, but instead it did not do it. So that makes it 6-4 Grayson County here early in this first set. As it is Estes to serve for the Lady Cats. She sends it over. Cox sends this off, and it goes high into the air, but saved in bounds by Estes. Woodcock sends it over. Robinson is there to set up, and Cox is there to fire that one back over. Hitting it over and just in bounds. Nice shot by Alyssa Doyle, who came to put that one over. And just from what was a 3-point lead has been dwindled down now to only 1. Back-to-back points here for the Lady Cats, and Estes will be back to serve this one over. Richardson, the libero, into the game. Duval sends it over. Duval just barely gets that over the net, and it did fool Edmonson County, and they were never really able to recover on that. So checking right back into the game, coming out for the Lady Cougars will be Gracie Van Meter, and Kenzie Skaggs will check back into the game for the Lady Cats is number 9, Mackenzie Vincent. Serve coming. And whistle, late one blown. They were waiting for, the Lady Cougars were still waiting for the official to say that they could make the substitution. So a laugh there by the official, and finally it does happen. Cox to serve. Richardson saves it from going out. Over goes Duval, and again the Lady Cats trying to keep this one going. It goes all the way back, and a nice job getting that one. Richardson there Setting it up for number 21, it was Skaggs who gets that down, but it is long, and the point goes towards the Lady Cats. Sub, another one here for the Lady Cougars into the game here for the first time tonight is Kenzie Willoughby. She's in for Chloe Cox. Dig by Robinson, just setting that one over. Nice one by Alexis Hart. And a hit long by Duval. And Edmonson County is taking the lead here at 8-7. Or is it just 7-7, I guess? That's what I get for looking at the scoreboard too quick. We got a quick scoreboard operator. And just in on the line. As that just hit in, and the Lady Cougars stood there and they kind of surrounded it. And we're hoping that that one would go out. But looks like a parent was down there, and I believe that is a Grayson County parent who was there to say that that one was actually in. And now another error here, as that was tried to be Willoughby. And we're going to have a timeout here by the Lady Cougars. We'll take it with them, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Lady Cats on a little bit of a run here, and they lead this one 9-7 here in the first set. As last season, these two teams played 3 times, and each time it was 3-0 sweep for the Lady Cougars. As in fact, looking at this, doing a quick glance at those games, the most that was ever scored in one set by Edmonson County was only 20. It was only once. Before then, it was also 15. Robinson saves that one from going out of bounds, sending it over. Willoughby does, and it goes into the net. So the lead is now stretched to 3 for Edmonson County. So I think Grayson County was up 6-3 at one point. So it's been a 7-1 run here for Edmonson County. Scrambling around, sending it over is Cowles. There is Richardson to send it off. Back over, and a nice block there by Edmonson County. In on that was Cowles. So for her second block of the year. Trying to keep the Lady Cougars, and that one again goes out. That time it was wide by Kenzie Skaggs. So the run continues here for the Lady Cats. Another sub here is head coach Kelly Halls just trying to find something that will work. And that'll be number 28 coming into the game, who is a number that I don't have on my roster. So 28 will send it over, and it's blocked, but it goes out of bounds, and that ends the run. So the Lady Cougars will get the point there, ending that big run by Edmonson County, but it's still a 12-8 deficit. Of course, all sets play to 25. Serving for the Lady Cougars, and right into the net goes Maddie Duval. And a sub coming in for the Lady Cougars. It'll be Lexi Brown. Duval will take a seat. So the service error. That's a point for the Lady Cats. Hit long by Hayes. And this is not an ideal start for the Lady Cougars here early on. Skaggs going to check in, and 28 will check out. As not what Coach Kelly Hall, but if you look at this, looking back to Monday night, Lady Cougars found themselves at a 9-0 deficit early on. In the first set, serve is long by Edmonson County, and the Lady Cougars are going to take that any way that they can. Slaughter's serve does go long. So they found themselves with a 9-0 deficit, and they were able to come back and make that a game. And they ended up winning that set, so hopefully that a service error will be able to set that off. But Edmonson County has different plans, is just barely hitting that one over the net. Was Kaylee Lindsay. Good crowd, though, here tonight as they only open up one side of the bleachers, but you can't see behind where we're standing. There is a decent amount of players here, so and a good amount in front of us. Edmonson County gets another point, finding the open area. And just like that, it is 16-9. And see if Coach Hall, and she only gets one more timeout here this set, so be interesting to see how she might use that as she finds herself here at a 7-point deficit. She almost doesn't want to use it too early here. Trying to see if her young team can figure it out. Willoughby's shot goes wide out, and the deficit is now 8 points at 17-9. Robinson sends it over. Sending it immediately back, though, are the Lady Cats. And the hit goes long there by Woodcock, and immediately Woodcock, right when she did that, she pointed right to herself saying, that was my bad. Just hit it a little bit too long. Lady Cougars, though, find themselves into double digits. 17-10. Like usual, the Edmonson County faithful has traveled well here today. You see that for any basketball game that happens up here, any football game, they travel well, only making just about the 30-minute trip up to the big rivalry game. Into the net as they kept that one back a little bit, and Cowles was trying to make a play on it and just wasn't able to send it back over. Seeing now if the Lady Cougars can continue here to take advantage of some mistakes here by the Lady Cats to find themselves back into this game. Serve coming. Cowles over in the block, but it goes right into the hands of Robinson. She took it down with her on accident. Whitney, as Gracie Van Meter checks in, checking out is Kenzie Skaggs here for the Lady Cougars. Again, Lady Cougars in their white jerseys with navy blue numerals, while Edmonson County is in red jerseys. Cox out. She tried to get it inside that line, but sent it long. And the deficit has now gone back to 8 here for Edmonson County, which matches their largest lead of this game. 19-11. The Lady Cats lead this one here in our opening set. A rainbow of a serve. And that one is long. Immediately, 2 subs coming in. As the libero checks in, that's Bailey Richardson. And then Maddie Duvall will check back into the game. Coming out for the Lady Cougars, Lexi Brown and Riley Hayes. And now this will be the timeout here taken by the Lady Cougars, who will take it with them. As Lady Cougars trail this one 20-13 here in the first set. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. As actually, are we going to have the Cougar mascot here? In fact, if you're watching with us, the Cougar mascot might be doing a little bit of refereeing here. Maybe he's going to help some Lady Cougar fortunes here, as if you're just tuning in. Lady Cougars find themselves at a 20-12 deficit. As not a lot's gone right. They had a good, not a bad start, 6-3 at one point, but from that point on, it has been all Lady Cats. So it will be an Edmonson County serve coming. Robinson sends it over, and Edmonson County attempts to dig it. Goes right into the hands of Mackenzie Jones, but she, on the attempt to dig, it goes wide left. And to celebrate, the Cougar mascot does a cartwheel. Robinson to serve. And that one does stay on the side as the attempt going back over. I mean, from our vantage point here, it looked like it was going to clear the net, and even the Lady Cougars went up for the block, but it just missed going. So Robinson for another attempt here, trying to get a second straight ace. It will not happen this time, but the Lady Cougars still will have a chance at getting a play. Robinson sending it over. Lady Cats send it right back, and just off of the right hand, and that's where you can tell that the communication came in to a little bit of effect. As Van Meter was there, and right behind her was Bailey Richardson, and I'm just not sure that they communicated that one as well that they possibly could have. Double hit. No, it's actually going to be an error there on Edmonson County, so the point to the Lady Cougars. And just like that, 21-15, trying to come back and cut down on the action. So sub coming in for the Lady Cougars is Kenzie Skaggs. The official points, and we're ready to go. Cox serves it over. High into the rafters, right back over to the Lady Cougars. Cox there. The set coming over to Duvall, who sends it over and digging it, and it just barely doesn't go over the net. Lady Cougars, though, going to take advantage of that. Hopefully 21-16. The deficit is now only 5 points. And a double hit for the Lady Cougars, as that was Kenzie Skaggs. And another sub here, Willoughby checks in for Cox. Lady Cougars have this junior class that they're really building around, and a serve along by Woodcock. As I see, you've got one thing that I really like is, as for those listening that do not know, I'm still new to the Grayson County area. This is year 2. Is seeing other coaches at games supporting one another. Sending this over for Edmonson County, and it finds a hole of the Lady Cougars, and immediately hopping off the bench is Lexi Brown coming into the game for Duval. As down to our right is Grayson County basketball head coach, Cougar basketball, Travis Johnston. As he's here supporting, he's got his son with him. In fact, his son even looks like he might even have a Cougar basketball jersey on. Robinson somehow saves it over. Does it hit the line? It does! What a play by Ella Robinson! As she just stuck her hand out and it got over the net, and Bridget Simon doesn't necessarily agree that it should have been a clean play, but she just found the line there. What a play by the junior, Ella Robinson. And sometimes something like that, momentum can shift. And now Bridget Simon is going to go over and talk to the head official, trying to see what's going on. Maybe they'll try and pull us in here to do a little instant replay, put them under the hood or something along the lines of that. But we're not that advanced yet. Officials say that the play stands. I think it's very rare that you see a call overturned like that, but Simon was going to take her chance. 23-18, Lady Cougars trying to fight back. Robinson finds the empty hole, and the deficit is now 4, 23-19. And there's an ace for the Lady Cougars as trying to get that one up into the air, and Edmonson County is going to take a timeout. Lady Cougars trying to make things interesting, 23-20. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back with you. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
So we welcome you back here to the Cougar Den. In fact, we're looking down there is Travis Johnston here playing with his son, and we'll see if we can't even zoom in. That's what I was saying, as I really do like about, there he is, like about Grayson County is you see other coaches supporting one another. So we're back to action here. Serve coming over. Lady Cougars trying to make things interesting, as you can, nice dig there by the Lady Cougars. Robinson sends it over, and it's going to go up into the air. Again, the roof is in play, and you've got a nice little student section over trying to support the Lady Cougars coming, and it's inbounds. 23-21. The Cougar student section is here, and they're loud on this, trying to give some energy. You can see that the energy kind of been sucked out of this building with a straw, and it's being put right back into it right now. 23-21. Lady Cougars trying to fight back. Robinson sending it over. The block still keeping it alive. The rally continues. Lady Cougars try to communicate this one, sending it over. It's tipped. There's the second. And it goes into the net. Lady Cougars try to keep it going. They do, but it goes out of bounds. And we have a set point here for Edmonson County. What a rally there for both teams. 24-21. Can the Lady Cougars try to keep this one alive, as the next point would be a set point for Edmonton? Over to Robinson. It goes off the net, off of an Edmonson County player who saves it in bounds and gives it right back to the Lady Cougars. Another chance coming. It's Robinson, and it's long. And at first I thought an official say it had been tipped. It is not. And that is set number 1 going to the Lady Cats of Edmonson County. We'll take a break. They'll switch sides here. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law, and it's free.
Here, try this.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
So we welcome you back here as getting ready to start here the second set. Edmonson County ended up winning that first one, as the first one was taken again by a final set score of 25-21. Lady Cougars tried to complete the comeback, but came up just short of doing so. So again, we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's broadcast. So we've got many different ways to watch and follow along, as you might be watching on K105's YouTube channel. You can also get a link to that. The easiest way is to go to K105.com. It's right there in the middle. You just click on that. You can stream that to your smart TV if you've got or something along the lines of that. Okay, I think our sound's back there. We had a little bit of some technical difficulties there, but again, if you have an Amazon Fire Stick, something along the lines of that, you can just log into YouTube, search K105 The Best Mix in your search bar, and it should be able to pop up, or you can just type in the name of the game that you're looking for. So for tonight, Grayson County Lady Cougar Volleyball versus Edmonson County. You can find that and do that. So for tomorrow, all you need to do is search for Grayson County Cougar Football at Hancock County. Search for that, and you'll be able to stream that to your smart TV. Again, Edmonson County winning that first set by a score of 25-21 as we're getting ready to get underway here for set number 2. And somehow that's actually going to be saved off of the wall. Edmonson County is going to be able to take advantage of it. As you, again, like we had mentioned, it ends up not mattering. The Lady Cougars get the point no matter what. But the ceiling is in play. And that one hit off of, I'm not sure what exactly. It might have hit off of the the basketball goal, but it hit off of something and backed out as it was going way back. And Lady Cougars take advantage of it. Woodcock sending it over. And bouncing it around, Slaughter was able to save it, but it kept bouncing around like a pinball, and finally it hits the ground. A point does go to Edmonson County, as I missed what the official had called, so we're all tied up at 1. Kelly Hall asked the official what it was, and it appeared that whatever he said she agreed with, or didn't really have much of anything really to say about it at all. So it goes back here, and that one was just off of the hands as Maddie Duval, I think, just went off weirdly off the side of her right hand. And immediately, the first thing she looks over off to her left was Mr. McGee, who's down there on the sideline. You can see him prowling away, trying to keep things going as the serve is long for Edmonson County. We're all tied up here at 2. She looked over, and Mr. McGee immediately, like he does, clapping his hands, saying, it's okay, you'll get him the next time. Right on cue, he's doing that, looking over at the libero, Bailey Richardsons. And immediately, only out for one volley, Duval checks in. Coming out is Riley Hayes. That was Lexi Brown coming out. Trying to get that one over the net, but going long was Robinson. And immediately, just like our first set started, it goes back and forth, back and forth. Serve coming. Duvall over the net. Robinson in. Nice job by Ella Robinson just finding it in, and right there on top of it was the official down there, as the Cougar mascot was down there at one point with it, but he seemed to have taken it back, and he immediately pointed in. It was a good call there too. Libero sending it off. The Libero again is Slaughter for the Lady Cats and Richardson. In fact, as I say that, the camera right now down on the court is being controlled by the Cougar mascot. So, point coming there to the Lady Cats. As again, right now the camera you are watching is being controlled by the Grayson County Cougar mascot, and not really sure what he might be showing you. There's Mr. McGee. So, oh, they're going selfie mode there to pull it off. We'll take it back to action though here. Back we come. Slaughter saves it from hitting over and just quickly sending it over. And point to Edmonson County. Duvall just gets it over the net just in time, as it just barely chipped, and she sends it over as it was Cox that took it. The dig went up in the air but landed in the middle of nowhere. So the Lady Cougars get the point and the lead here at 5-4 here in set number one. If you just joined us, Edmonson County won the first set by a score of 25-21. The Lady Cougars comeback fell just short. Hard fall there by Edmonson County. So that was Woodcock that took a hard one, but she jumps right back up. And it just falls in as Duvall went to play on it. She missed. I'm not sure at first she thought it was going to go on the other side of the net, but instead it does fall on the side of the Lady Cougars. So the Lady Cats get the point off that. Cox will come out, and in comes Skaggs. Out for Edmonson County is Jones. Doyle sends it over, and the Lady Cougars aren't able to get it back going. That one was punched over as Whitney Davis was just able to get that one with her right fist and punch it over the net. So taking advantage of it. 7-5. Edmonson County leads here in set number two. Into the net it goes, and point to the Lady Cougars. Serve coming for Duvall. And is it in? It is out. As it just curved out, and the head official was right there. He asked for help. And looking down the line, they said that one went left. So a service error by Maddie Duvall. Block from Edmonson County, as it was Davis And it was Doyle in on that. So 2 freshmen, like we mentioned in the open. Edmonson County, a very young team, and an ace coming there by Woodcock. And just like that, would have just been about a 1-point back and forth. This is almost going identical to set number 1, where both teams went back and forth for about the first 6 points. And Edmonson County went on a little bit of run. Lady Cougars trying to stop this from turning in like the other set. Woodcock over, it's long. And that was Davis just getting it over the line. Doyle checks out. She made a couple nice plays there in the last set. And again, some miscommunication up front for the Lady Cougars. And Kelly Hall is going to take that and take a timeout, as a little bit of frustration there, as I think at the front line for the Lady Cougars have had that happen a couple of times tonight, where I'm not sure that they knew exactly where everybody was. We'll take a break and come back and have more here. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Sam Gormley back here with you for Lady Cougar Volleyball. It's again, multiple different ways for you to be able to follow along with the game, as you can be able to watch on K105's Facebook, 1039 The Moose's Facebook. There is the option to watch on K105.com. And if you go to our Twitter page at K105 Sports, you'll be able to watch along there as well. And Edmonson County finds the open hole. Cowell sends it in. 13-7. And to that one, there's just some bad luck on that serve by the Lady Cougars, as it just skirts over the top of the net. Slaughter, though, is going to take that one every day of the week. And out of the timeout, it's been all Lady Cats, 3 straight points. Kelly Hall looking over at her assistant Shane Decker, trying to talk this one over, seeing what exactly they might want to do and how they might want to handle it. And we are going to have point to the Lady Cougars, as Brianna Dennison tried to get that over and didn't get enough on it. Sub in Chloe Cox into the game. Coming out is Kenzie Willoughby. In, and it goes long, and Edmonson County took a swing at it. Slaughter did, and if she would have made contact, it would have been a point for, in fact, she did make contact with it as it went long. As it looked like the serve was going to go long, but it's human nature to try and make a play on the ball, no matter how close it might be. Serve coming. Right up into the rafters. It bounces around and saving it from going over, bouncing it back over, and it will go point to the Lady Cougars. And that's the issue with playing here, is it is in play, like we mentioned, on how low that the ceiling is, that it can bounce around like a pinball up there, and you never know where it might come down. I guess for a fan it makes it more exciting, but for a player it has to be a nightmare. And double hit there from the Lady Cougars. 16-10. Subs in. Coming in for the Lady Cougars is Van Meter. Coming into the game for Edmonson County is Estes. Be sure to check back tomorrow around lunchtime, and you'll be able to read the legendary Don Brown's, as serve goes long there by Edmonson County, legendary Don Brown's article from tonight's game. As you will be able to have that, you can just go to any of your social media of choice. You'll be able to find it there, or you can always go to K105.com and scroll down to the bottom. On the left side, there is the local sports option. Maddie Duvall checks into the game for the Lady Cougars. Richardson in to serve. Coming into tonight's game, she had 4 aces. And the Lady Cougars trying to get some of this momentum back. They just have kind of struggled. They had that little bit there in that last set where they fought back, and the student section that is up to our left was starting to get into it as well. And I think that they just need some of that energy to keep it going here. Over and long. Richardson saves it from hitting the floor. Off to Duvall, who sends it long. So back-to-back errors by the Lady Cougars, and the lead is back to 6, 18-12. Robinson back over. Off to Slaughter. And just getting it over the nets. Cox. And it's out. Just going long. 19-12 is our score now. And seeing maybe if they can turn this around just like they did. This was about the moment where the Lady Cougars took it, and the serve is long and out. Nice job by Bailey Richardson. She turned and watched that. And the parent official down there was right there on top of it to say that it did go long. 19-13 is our score. Here in the second set, Edmonson County already won the first one. Slaughter to Woodcock to Estes, sending it over. Lady Cougars, it was a nice play by Richardson to keep it off, but she sent it into a spot where no one was there, and you could tell right when she let it go, she almost went to go after it herself, trying to say, oh, it was a good shot too. In and off of the hand of Estes, as that one might have been going out. And Estes tried to make a play on it to keep it going, so it'll be back to Cox now, who will be trying to serve this one and keep the Lady Cougars' chances alive here in the second set, 20-14. Over in. Nice serve by Cox. It'll be her 4th ace of the season. She just found it in. So just kind of squirmed down that line, and right there on top of it was the official to say that it did go in. It's a safe play, though, by the Lady Cats just to make sure that that one didn't go out, especially when you had, at that time, a 6-point lead. 20-15 is the score. Cox to serve. Slaughter off now to Woodcock. There is Cox. She's going to set one up, and it's going to be in for the Lady Cougars. And just like that, we're into a 4-point deficit, 20-16. And another point coming for the Lady Cougars as it was just tipped over and knocked out of bounds. And on that note, it will be a timeout taken by Bridget Simon. So 20-17 is the score. The Lady Cats do still have the lead, but it is a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Sam Gormley back here with you in our second set, 20-17. Edmonson County leads, but again, the Lady Cougars trying to come back here. They were down 19-12 at one point, trying to fight back and tie our matchup here at 1 as Edmonson County won the first set 25-21. Sending it over into the air and just saving it from going into the bench. As a Lady Cat, I think JV team member was running out, making sure she didn't get hit with a ball. And over the net, trying to block it was Doyle and Woodcock, and they aren't able to, and it falls and hits the floor, and it's down to 2 points now. 20-18. Can the Lady Cougars complete the comeback in this set? They got it down to within 3, if my memory serves me correct, last set. Seeing if they can't get it down even closer this time. Woodcock up to Estes. Richardson sticks her hand out, but it goes long, and Edmonson just gets the point. And Kelly Hall this time, she was asking one of the officials if there was an illegal move there by Edmonson County. The official shook his head, said no. And are we going to have a timeout? Edmonson County was trying to get one. They're not going to, and it's going to turn into an ace anyways. So 22-18, the Lady Cougars got it to within 2, and now the timeout will come by Edmonson County. Is it? I thought I had saw a timeout. It is a timeout, Edmonson County. So they'll take it, and we'll take it with them as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back, and we got ourselves a close-up there of E.E. McGee. He's here today talking it up and having a long conversation here as we're back to action here as 22-18 Edmonson County. An interesting timeout there as they tried to take the set, the play before. Ended up getting an ace off of it. In the dig, Richardson sets it up, and back over go the Lady Cougars. Going to give the Lady Cats a chance. Doyle sending it over, and it's long. And down to 3 now, 22-19. Lady Cougars lost that first set 25-21. Sub in, it's Dennison into the game for the Lady Cats, into the game for the Lady Cougars. As we've got 2 players in, it's number 28 and it's number 44, Riley Hayes. Cowles up in the air, back over. Can the Lady Cougars take advantage here? They're going to tap this one up, and it's over the net by Hayes. Doyle over. Doyle tapping it back over. 2 Lady Cougars going for it at the same time, and over the net goes Doyle on that, and the Lady Cougars are going to get the point here, and back down to 2 as it was 20-18 for the Lady Cougars, allowed the 2 points, bringing it to within that 2 points, and now here we go, 22-20 in the second set. And an ace for the Lady Cougars as it goes off of the hands of Dennison. And an immediate substitution. Estes going to check in the game, and checking out will be Dennison as it went right off of her hands. It's off into the air, and another one here, and the Lady Cougars have tied the match up here at 22. 22 all. Up into the air, can the Lady Cougars take the lead back? Trying to do a quick one, fighting over, into the air, and the Lady Cougars have come back to take the lead here, 23-22. Big one coming here, a big rally. Firing it off, Slaughter there to send it in the air, saving it in bounds. Slaughter's gonna send it back over, up, and now off. Here comes the shot over, it's up in the air, going long. Slaughter saves it from going out, diving play, and that will be a point to the Lady Cougars, and we have ourselves a set point, 24-22. Lady Cougars trying to score the last 5 points here of the set. Trying to outscore the Lady Cats 7-2 here. And an off, and it's an ace, and the Lady Cougars have stormed back and have taken this set, and we're all tied up at 1. What a job by Grayson County, 25-22, taking the second set, as we will take a break and come back, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Sam Gormley back here with you. What an exciting match it's been so far. It's back and forth. Edmonson County has had big leads in both. Lady Cougars have stormed back, and in the first set they came up just short. Here in that last second set, though, they scored the last 5 points, 7 out of the last 9, and took that set to tie up our match here at 1-1. What a match it has been, though, here tonight in the opening game of the 12th district season. So back to action we come. Again, the Lady Cougars, if you're just joining us, in their white jerseys with navy blue numerals and an orange trim. Edmonson County in red jerseys with navy blue numerals as well. waiting for the official to give the word, and now one of the officials is talking with one of the Edmonson County players. Talking it over, still talking it over, as it's talking with Emma Woodcock. Here's it, nothing too serious at all. And we're back to action. Here comes the serve. Edmonson County to serve this one off. It's Jones. Cox there to bump it up. Off to Robinson. The kill attempt, and it's going to be just barely not saved in bounds. A heck of an attempt, but no luck. So 1-0. The lead is for the Lady Cougars here. Robinson sends it back over. Nice save by Slaughter. Tapping it into the air and back over. Here comes the Lady Cougars. Can they get a good set point off? They're going to set it up into the air. Cox off the hands of Edmonson County, and it's 2-0. Lady Cougars have the lead. Mr. McGee there for a high five for the Cougar mascot. And the serve is in. That was an Edmonson County parent down there, and head coach Bridget Simon looked and said, I don't know that I'm going to ask you to do it again. Kind of with that kind of a look, saying, well, you're my parent. You're supposed to give me those close calls, but good job by making what he thought was the right call, as we've had a couple of them down here by the Grayson County parent, being sure that they don't have any hometown bias. Off into the air, tapping it around. Can Duval save it? She does, but it goes over and out of bounds. Tapping it in, and that one's again going to bounce off of the top of the wall. Cox saves it, though. Nice job by the Lady Cougars to read that directly into the air. Up, in, off to Robinson with the right hand. Nice save, but it's going to go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Cougars, and they have themselves with a 4-1 lead. Off into the air, tapping it up, saving it from going out, and they'll give a shot off. It's blocked by Robinson, but she isn't able to get it over the net. As at first glance, I thought she had gotten it over, and I thought she had too, but as she went down, she saw the ball coming with her and just instinctively hit the left hand and tried to keep it up moving. Serve by Edmonson County goes wide left. Tapping it around, and they did just get it over the net there for the Lady Cougars. Going long, Richardson saves it. Lady Cougars try to keep this one going. They're going to have to get this back. Richardson up in the air, but it's going to go short. Very energetic crowd, though, on both sides. 5-3, Grayson County leads. Sub in as checking into the game is number 8, Riley Laster. She's played in 2 sets this year. Over the net. Point to the Lady Cougars. As Doyle was the one who was called for the violation there. Skaggs checks in, checking out is Van Meter. Off into the air. It'll go over, just diving out of the reach. Is it in or out? It is out. And I think that's what the Lady Cougar defender went to it and went diving and was going to make a play on it, but the last second realized that it was close to being out. So she took her hand away and asked the official, and that time the serve goes out, and Edmonson County will get the point. 7-4 just joined us. Edmonson County took set number 1. Grayson County took set number 2. Duval tries to chase it down and about takes Mr. McGee and Cody Brock, our camera operator down there, out. And I'm not sure which would be worse on our case. We obviously don't want Mr. McGee to. Mr. McGee, though, he was right there to get out of the way. Nice dig to send it back over for the Lady Cougars. Off, tapping it over. Here comes the attempt, and it's knocked out as the hit by Skaggs went in on the hands of the player and tapped it off. And here comes 28 into the game for Duval. Kelly Hall very active on that coaching sidelines, making sure her players know where it is. Up in the air and out of bounds. So it went high, and the Lady Cougars just stood there and watched that one drop. 9-5. Again, the Lady Cougars lead this one. Our match, though, overall, all tied up at 1. It's been an evenly paired match, and the serve goes long. My number 28. And into the game now for the Lady Cougars, Lexi Brown. Cowles off now into the middle, saving it from dropping, and now going long. Nice play by the defense for the Lady Cougars. Over the net by Skaggs, tapping it over and just getting it over. Nice defense here on both sides. Off and over and just out. Trying to find that open spot with no luck. And Edmonson County trying to fight their way back into this one, as both teams have been able to do that at different points here in the match. And points to Edmonson County, and just like that, it's a 1-point game as the student section up to our left has stood up to make some noise. It's a group of probably about 15 of them. And they've been into it the entire time, locked in, ready for action. Riley Hayes tried to send that one over, but it goes into the net, and Edmonson County has tied our match up here at 9-9. Back and forth we've gone all game long. And a service error by the libero, Abby Slaughter, gives Grayson County the lead back. Ella Robinson checking into the game. She doesn't have her goggles on anymore. Not sure if that's something. She did have them on at least in the first set. I'm not sure if they broke or something happened along that lines, but Robinson does not have her goggles on anymore. She'll go for the ace, or for the kill, and it doesn't matter as she sends that one right in with a lot of power. So who needs the goggles, she says. We do have a final score over at the Lady Cougar Soccer Complex as the Lady Cougars pick up their first win of the season, 1-0 over Taylor County. In is what they say, as it just hugs inside that line. Mr. McGee grimaced a little bit. I'm not sure that he necessarily agreed with the call, but it went against the Lady Cougs, so I'm certain that in his mind is not a great call. So it doesn't get much better than Mr. McGee. He's locked in on the sideline. Robinson sets it up. They're going to give it right back to her. And Edmonson keeps it going. Back it goes, up into the air. And in it goes. So Lady Cougars had taken an 11-9 lead, and now we're back to 11-11. Back and forth we go. Again, the final score, though, Lady Cougar Soccer defeats Taylor County 1-0. I want to give a thank you to Grayson County Athletic Director Jason Kincaid for letting us know that score. So we appreciate you being able to bring that to you. In fact, Lady Cougar Soccer, we will be with them next week. I'll tell you that here after this volley coming. Robinson just gets it over the net. Edmonson trying to get it back. Here they come. It's going to be set up. Giving in Robinson a shot right in the middle. She was off balance and wasn't able to get the same amount of power that she usually does. The block comes through. And looks like Robinson might have run into the net there on that shot, and it gives Edmonson County the lead here at 12-11. We'll be with Lady Cougar Soccer 1 week from tonight. They will be playing Butler County at home. You'll be able to watch that game again on all of the platforms that you are currently watching. So again, the first Lady Cougar Soccer game 1 week from tonight. Trying to save that one in. And Kelly Hall right now asking for help from her bench. Very animated, trying to coach them through it. Edmonson County and Grayson County here. They say it's all tied up at 12, but I had thought that Edmonson County had a larger lead than that, but the scoreboard says it's 13-12 Edmonson County. I thought it was 14-11, but off and tapped and point to the Lady Cougars. Duval in for the Lady Cougars, coming out is Hart. Grayson County and Edmonson County, they will play again down in Brownsville on September the 19th. So in just about a month, and then obviously they have the chance of possibly playing one another, and an ace for the Lady Cougars there. They obviously have the opportunity to play one another in the district tournament, which I do believe will be held here at the Cougar Den. Off Robinson, off with the hand of Edmonson. They keep it going though. Richardson. What an effort by Edmonson County to keep that one at least alive, but not enough on it for Jones underneath. So here comes Richardson into the air, trying to keep this Lady Cougar lead going. Tapped off, Robinson with the block. Goes right back over though to the Lady Cougars. The kill coming, attempt by Cox, save, no, it is not. And the Lady Cougars have taken a 16-13 lead. And just like that, Edmonson County would like a timeout. So we're here in set number 3, 16-13. Lady Cougars lead as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Great match here and between these two teams. Two rivals going at it in a big-time battle. Richardson sending it over. Lady Cougars again lead this one 16-13. Tapping it and saving it, Robinson, and it bounces kind of down the line of the net, and they're going to say point, Lady Cougars, and it's now a 4-point Grayson County lead. And you can feel momentum shifting towards the Lady Cougars' way. 17-13, the 4-point lead. The libero Richardson sends the serve off into the air. Here comes the off, and Robinson just sticks her hand out and lets it go over. Ella Robinson putting on a clinic here, and I think she's showing I don't need the goggles. She's showing it off here, the 5-point Grayson County lead. Richardson, another serve attempt. Trying to keep it moving. Robinson with her hands over to block it over. Out of bounds, and the point again goes towards the Lady Cougars, 19-13. And Bridget Simon, I think, is just looking at her team saying, okay, let's just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. Let's make sure that nothing more happens here. Limit the damage. 19-13. Off in the air. They're going to set this one up. It's going to be Cox to send it over, and it just gets in. 20-13. Lady Cougars up by a touchdown. Up by 7 here in the third set. Our match all tied up at 1 overall. The Cougar faithful comes to their feet, and an ace by Richardson, her second of this serving round. And the lead is now 8 for the Lady Cougars. And let's see if Edmonson County might decide to take another timeout, just trying to calm things down. Richardson spins the ball once in her hand, now lets it fly. Here it comes off, Cox to send it over, blocked the net by Edmonson, and it's going to be a double hit. Point to the Lady Cougars, 22-13. Over a quick one, Edmonson County trying to find something going. Richardson off to Cox, Cox over now to Slaughter. Into the air and long, and it is 23-13. And I think now, if you're Edmonson County, and they will do it, I think you got to take a timeout, just trying to calm everything down, finding yourselves with a 10-point deficit here in our third set. As this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Sam Gormley back here with you. The Lady Cougars have scored 10 straight and have taken a 23-13 lead here. I want to thank our sports writer extraordinaire, Don Brown. I wasn't sure if it was 10 or 11 in a row, and he went down in that timeout and asked him real quick, and he did let me know. Bailey Richardson trying to keep this one rolling. Off into the air. Can the Lady Cougars make it 11 straight? Cox. Edmonson keeps it alive. The Lady Cats firing it over, blocked by Robinson. 11 straight points, 24-13. Up into the air, Richardson saves it from going. Set point, and Robinson serves it into the net. 11 straight point stops, but still the Lady Cougars are going to have a long way from even necessarily being that worried about this set. But I'm sure that they'd like to end this one and end it right now. 24-14. And they will serve that one out. And Edmonton with back-to-back points. Firing over, and it's long, and that is the set. 25-15, the Lady Cougars lead this one, and they now take themselves a 2-1 lead in the match. As this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind, and when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome you back here to the Cougar Den. Lady Cougars lead the match here 2-1 overall over Edmonson County. So, fourth set we come here. Lady Cougars and the Lady Cats. Grayson County leads 2-1 as they took over down that set, scoring 11 out of the last 13. So Lady Cougars trying to pick up their second win of the year and their first in district play. And starting the serving off, Robinson for the kill, and keeping it going, and over the net goes Estes. And there's a point towards the Lady Cougars. It's bouncing around and sticking that right hand out, and I'll tell you what, that is somebody who had to play volleyball in gym class in middle school. I still remember when our gym teacher, who was also the volleyball coach, rolled out that bucket of balls. I knew that it was going to be an issue for me. And I think it was one of the only low grades that I got in gym class was because they made us had to serve it over the net. And for whatever reason, volleyball, not many sports are my sport, but volleyball definitely was not my sport. And we had to return serves, and I always struggled. And I think even one of the portions we had to do was the one-handed serve. And I think she could have served it to me a million times, and I'm not sure I ever would have been able to do it. So I have a lot of respect for making a play just like that ended up giving the Lady Cougars the points. But alas, we're back to action here, and a point to the Lady Cougars. A story from my childhood. We do appreciate you, though, for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. As a reminder, tomorrow night, the Cougar football team will be on the road at Hancock County. Our coverage will begin just like this as Edmonson County picks up their first point here of the set Our coverage will begin with a visual broadcast, again, just like you're watching right here tonight at 6:30 with the Locker Room Show, live from Lewisport, as Hancock County and the Cougars will take and open up the season for the 11th consecutive year. Point to Grayson County. So again, for the 11th consecutive year, the two teams will match up. Grayson County defeated the Hornets last year 14-6. We'll try to start that year up at 1-0. If you haven't followed along with the Cougar football program yet much this year, you're going to see a lot of new faces. So be sure you stay tuned in and meet them all tomorrow night. 6:30 is the start time for that game. Cowles up into the air. The kill is long. Lindsay tried to get full control over that, but ended up sending it way long. And 4-1, Lady Cougars trying to finish off this match here. Edmonson won the first set, but the Lady Cougars fought back in that second one and dominated the third, trying to keep that going their way. Estes sends it over, sending it off, and it is in the middle and out. As Ella Robinson tried to find the open space, but they say that one was just wide of the out-of-bounds line. So here at the Cougar Den, the line for the outline is kind of a tannish green, kind of a weird color, so it's a little hard to see at some points in the court. And trying to bounce that one off the net a couple of times. Bailey Richardson had the last attempt at it with no luck. Robinson here to serve for the Lady Cougars. 5-3. Tapping it around, and the right hand does not go over. Woodcock tried to send it over, but wasn't able to get just enough on it. And it ends up staying here for Lady Cougar. Serve for Robinson. 6-3 again is our score. Lady Cougars lead 2-1 overall in the match. Robinson sets it off. The kill attempt by Cox is off the hands of Jones. Robinson trying to go on a similar run that Richardson went on in the last set. Richardson saves that one from going out. They're going to tap this off and back. Nice job by the Lady Cougars to improve the communication there. Set attempts and going through and swinging through it was Dennison. Or no, correction, that was not Dennison. That was number 11, Lindsay, one that took the attempt on that. And an ace for Ella Robinson. Diving in and just out of her reach for Jones. So Ella Robinson going on a little run just like Bailey Richardson went on in the previous set. 9-3. Lady Cougars try to end this set here. Tapping it up and over. And just getting it over the net is Elizabeth Lucas. And the run continues for the Lady Cougars, and you got to think Edmonson County's Bridget Simon might be thinking at some point of taking a timeout, trying to calm her team down. This might be the big play and decides it, and Edmonson County is going to pick up the point, and that's why I'm up here and not on the coaching sideline. She trusted her team, and it pays off. That's why they gave me the headset. Off into the air, Duvall kills off the hand of Lindsay, and 11-4, Lady Cougars lead. And an ace for the Lady Cougars, and it almost takes their little man out down there. He had just moved out of the way. He's hands deep in some popcorn and didn't notice it at first. And Edmonson County is going to take a timeout. 12-4. Lady Cougars lead here in this fourth set. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Sam Gormley back here with you. We are in the fourth set, 12-4. Lady Cougars lead this one. We'll take this time to remind you to follow us on Twitter all season long at K105 Sports, as we will have updates from all of the sports here, as even ones that we don't necessarily broadcast. We will have the updates for you here. So here we come. Serving from left to right, and an ace. Cox in there for another ace. 13-4. And they're putting Cody Brock to work down there on the sideline. He rolls it right back to Cox, trying to send this one back over. Not many men can run a camera and get the ball at the same time. The libero sends it off. It bounces off the net. They're going to say that it did look like the Lady Cougars did get a hand on it. Sending it up. This Skaggs over the net and off of Edmonson County and out of bounds. And it's now 14-4. And are we going to have another ace? We will! Cox with her third ace here in this service round. She came in with 3, and I think she picked up 1 in set number 2, if my memory doesn't fail me. Off into the air. Doyle sending it over. Off. Duvall. Skaggs this time, and it's off. The block is failed. Doyle and Woodcock were the ones who went up for it. 16-4 Lady Cougars. Duvall, this time it goes off. Edmonson County keeps it alive. Lady Cougars, Skaggs. Lady Cougars on a roll. And the momentum at one point was all in red, and now it is all in white. Bridget Simon trying to get some substitutions in here to see if she can't get something to shift that momentum back her way. Riley Laster is who she will turn to. The serve is sent right back over. Slaughter. Now over by Estes. Nice job by the Lady Cougars keeping this one over. It'll be Cox. Out of bounds. Point, Lady Cougars, 18-4. And Bridget Simon again just took a look down her bench, trying to find somebody to step up. And it'll turn to Brianna Dennison. Coming out will be Mackenzie Jones. And Cox ends her run there at what had to have been at least 10 or 10 plus straight points with a couple of aces. It might have even been more than that. 18-5. Lady Cougars still going to try and finish off this set in 4. Duvall over. off the hand, and 19-5. And immediately checking back in is Dennison. Estes checks out. Into the game for the Lady Cougars is 28. Duval checks out. And another late sub here coming in. So we were waiting for it to come, and it will go to, in comes Vincent. And out comes Dennison. So Dennison came in and came right back out. In go for the Lady Cougars. 20-5, 5 points away from finishing this one off. Two subs here for the Lady Cougars. It'll be Lily Payne and Elizabeth Lucas to check in, a freshman and a sophomore, getting some of the youth in. Robinson checks out, and Hayes will check out as well. Off in an, ew, is it going to be an ace? Nice job by Edmonson County to save that one inbounds. What a play. That one, you tip your cap to her. Riley Laster saves that one, and it skirts over the net. 20-6, though, the Lady Cougars still in command here in set number 4. Whistle point. Lady Cougars 21-6. And you got to think, if Bridget Simon, she's got one timeout, you can't take it with you. See if she might think about maybe making another timeout here. Robinson will check in. Lucas will check right back out. And in to serve for the Lady Cougars will be Alexis Hart. Into the air. And over the net, point to Edmonson County, still 21-7. Doyle checks out of the game. Robinson over, and it's tipped, and they're going to say that it will go point to the Lady Cats, 21-8. And now this is where you almost might want to consider, does Kelly Hall want to take a timeout here before it gets any more close? And we'll see here what this play might do, and it might decide it. Edmonson County, they do save it. Now firing over and just inbounds. Points to Edmonson County, 21-9. And Kelly Hall looking at her team a little bit, seeing what they might want to do. Will there be a timeout coming? No timeout taken. Off into the air, firing it over. Here comes Edmonson trying to keep this game alive. And it will go off of Grayson County. 21-10 is our score. Timeout, Grayson County trying to stop the bleeding here as Edmonson County trying to make this match interesting. 21-10 here in the fourth set, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
We welcome you back here to Grayson County as it is 21-10 here as we are in the fourth set. Lady Cougars lead overall 2-1 is the score. So we appreciate you here tuning into tonight's broadcast as between these two teams, as we always do appreciate it. And an ace for the Lady Cats to bring the deficit to within 10. Kelly Hall trying to take that timeout to just take a deep breath, saying we're still up by, at that time, 11, now 10. We still got this one in control. We need 4 before they get 14. You gotta like your odds. But we've seen crazier things to happen, especially when it comes to district championship games. In district games, anything can happen even though when teams have big leads. Over the net and out. And another point for Edmonson County. I mean, most notably, comeback between even these two schools in general. We go back to February when the Cougar basketball team took down Edmonson County down 19 with 8 minutes left to go and came back and won the game. So we have seen it before. We won't mention the other big comeback that I'm thinking of. Over the net. It goes into the air, trying to keep it going, and into the net goes Robinson. And this one might be getting a little bit too close for comfort. What was once, I think, 21-5, Edmonson County has stormed back to make things interesting. Into the air. Robinson over. Was it tipped? It was not. Out of bounds, and Edmonson County has scored 8 in a row. And it's 21-14. And just like I had mentioned, at one point, as an ace is served here by Slaughter, at one point momentum was all in white. And I think I had even mentioned that there was this play down here where it was Laster who saved it from going out of bounds. Could have been a momentum-changing play, and it seems like it exactly has. Lady Cougars going to try and reclaim it here as it is down to 6. Over the net goes Davis. Trying to keep it going, finding no man's land, but just saving it. Robinson goes over. Again a save by Edmonson County. Over the net they go again, but the Lady Cougars keeping this one going. Skaggs tries to tap it over. Woodcock this time. Now over the net. 2 players fight for it. Robinson goes over. It's tapped, but it goes out of bounds. Point to the Lady Cougars. 22-15. Edmonson County at first had thought that point went their way. They couldn't necessarily tell if it was in or out. They just saw that the ball went back over the net. 22-15. Lady Cougars 3 points away from picking up district win number 1 here on the young season. Off into the air. Now over. Slaughter, the libero. Tapping it. Into the air it goes. Robinson over the net. Into the net it goes. An error by Lindsay, and we have ourselves a match point. 23-15. The scoreboard went quick to 24. So it's a 2 points now away from the Lady Cougars picking up their second win of the year. Into the air, Slaughter. Davis sends it back. They're going to give it off. Robinson right down the middle. Is it in? It is! 24-15, match point. Lady Cougars trying to finish this one off, and they will turn to Lexi Brown to try and, that is Kenzie Skaggs. Into the air it goes. Tapping it up and over. Edmonson keeps it alive. Davis sending it over. Here comes a shot for Robinson right up the middle. Edmonson keeping it alive. Back to Robinson. She tries to get it over the net, but just hitting the top of it. And we'll play one more match point. Edmonson County does have one timeout left, as do the Lady Cougars. It'll be Davis to serve this. Robinson into the air, off to the side, and point Edmonson County. Whitney Davis, freshman. Over the net, Hayes. Robinson just taps that one over. Can the Lady Cougars win this set and win the match? We keep going. Hayes up into the air. It'll be off to Robinson. She'll tap it off, and it's out of bounds. 24-18. Edmonson County trying to keep this one alive. At one point, it was 21-5. Keeping it off, Robinson sending it over. Into the air. Can the Lady Cougars survive the comeback? Edmonson County has survived one, but they also lit one up. In. Lady Cougars win 25-18 and take the match 3-1. They open up the season with a record of 2-1, and that will do it, as we'll come back and wrap things up and hopefully talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Kelly Hall, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield. Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Edmonson County won the first set here today by a score of 25-21, but from that point on, the Lady Cougars stormed back and won the next three, 25-22, 25-15, and 25-18. So Lady Cougars opening up this year with a record of 2-1 and 1-0 in 12th district play. I'll tell you what, you look at this and you see 3-1, so you might not necessarily think that it was as great of a game as you might have seen, but if you tuned in and you were with us for any part of tonight's match, you know that it was back and forth, teams going at it and everything, and a lot to like here on both sides. Both coaches probably do have to be pleased with performances here tonight. We'll hopefully talk with the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Kelly Hall, here before we do end tonight's broadcast to see if we can get her thoughts on the game here today. Again, our final score here was Grayson County winning this match 3-1. Again, your set rundown. Set 1 went 25-21. Set 2, 25-22, 25-15, and 25-18. Great match here today, and we appreciate you tuning in to our broadcast. Coming up here, we will hopefully talk to Kelly Hall, and we'll also run down some of our upcoming digital production broadcasts. This is Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
We are the Bach family from Bath County, Kentucky.
We have beef cattle, grain, and some fruits and vegetables. Our beef herd is about 240 mama cows.
We try to do the best job that we can so that the consumer is satisfied.
I feel I'm really blessed to be able to work with my family.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming. It's a good life.
I'm very proud of my family.
Kentucky farm families, feeding Kentucky, feeding the world.
I am a nurse,
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
So next up, you have Glasgow coming up on Tuesday. What are you really wanting to see for your team here over these next couple of weeks?
Well, definitely it's just about continuing to take those steps forward. And when hopefully we can get up on top of people, not dig us holes, which we tended to do, but get on top of people and then just finish it. That's what we're talking about. We want to finish. So we're still proud of them. We just say sometimes it's not the way you start, it's how you finish because we finish well.
Well, Coach, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. I think Breck County, when they come here to town, we'll be here for that. So we'll have more here coming up after this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Welcome you back here. It appeared that we had some audio issues during our interview there, but what Coach Hall had said was that she was proud of her team's effort and continued to fight, but she gives a lot of credit to Edmonson County for being a scrappy bunch, and she's really the goal of the next couple of weeks for the team is to continue to fight forward and not get themselves into these big holes because they're going to be playing some really good teams here coming up. So I think that's probably the long story short of what she had said there. Sorry about the issues that we might have. We might see if we can't pull that interview and see if we can't get you some better audio for that here coming up. Again, the Lady Cougars win this one by a final score of 3-1. So it was a exciting match here on both sides of the ball. Taking a look, though, at some upcoming digital productions as we're wrapping up our broadcast here today. As next up, we will be on the road tomorrow night at Hancock County as the Grayson County Cougars will take on the Hornets. So kickoff for that game is scheduled for 7 p.m. Our coverage will begin with a locker room show at 6:30. You'll be able to listen to that game on K105, or you'll be able to watch live on any of the channel. If you're watching on a channel right now, you will be able to watch live there starting tomorrow at 6:30 with the locker room show. Next week, 1 week from tonight, we'll be back at the soccer complex as the Lady Cougar soccer team will take on Butler County in their first home game that we will be broadcasting. They defeated they beat Taylor. They beat Taylor County today, 1-0. And then 1 week from tomorrow night will be for the Cougar football home opener against Nelson County before coming back here September the 4th for our next Lady Cougar volleyball game. It will be against Breckenridge County here, one of the top teams, in fact, the defending region champion. They make their way to the Cougar Den. We appreciate you, though, tuning in to tonight's broadcast for our maiden voyage here of Lady Cougar Volleyball. It's our first one that we've ever done. We hope that you enjoyed it, and we will be sure to continue to bring you more here in the coming weeks as we have that Breckenridge County game. And we're also going to be doing something a little bit special coming up the week of September the 23rd. So be sure you follow us on Twitter at K105 Sports to get updates from that as we move forward. So until tomorrow night, when the Cougar football team will be on the road at Hancock County, I want to thank our digital productions crew, Chase Blaine, Anna Davis, and Cody Brock. So for them, and until tomorrow night, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.